Hey guys, how you doing? This is Robert King, owner of Harmony Homes, a residential assisted living facility and founder of ALU Assisted Living University. And welcome to the most incredible online course ever created in the healthcare industry. And today, let's toast. I'm the only one in the studio, but I'm going to toast by myself. You can do this. Okay, anyway, today, you're in the operations section. And today, I'm going to talk about house routine. Because people always want to know, well, how do you do this? When do they eat? When do they do all kinds of stuff? So I'm going to break it down for you today. It's going to be real easy, real simple. House routine, okay? Now, you can do your house routine any kind you want. But you need to establish a house flow. You got to have some kind of flow. Got to have some kind of house flow, okay? So I'm going to give you my breakdown. I'm going to give you my flow. You can use anything that I teach you, and then you can also incorporate your own flow. So here's how my flow goes. Number one, 8 a.m. is breakfast. The busiest time of your house is going to be in the morning because now you got to wake up everybody, and everybody got to get dressed and go to the bathroom and be taken care of and all that kind of good stuff, shower, clean, and all that kind of good stuff before breakfast. So typically, my residents start waking people up at 6 o'clock. Now, and again, it's important. We'll talk about the residential mix later into this course, into the operations section, about how some people can take care of themselves in the morning, this, that, and other. But right now, I just want to focus on your house routine. So 8 a.m. is breakfast at my house. And let me tell you something now. Once you set a house routine with the elderly, man, you better stick to it because they will trip on you when you start changing stuff. They don't like change. They will tell you, listen, Missy Lane tells us every day if it's 3 o'clock and it's time for her snack and she ain't got her snack yet, she be like, hey, it's 3 o'clock. Where's the snack? Where's the snack? So they'll tell you about the house routine. So 8 a.m. breakfast at Harmony Homes. And then 12 is lunchtime. And then, okay, let me slow it down. I want you to write these down. 8 a.m. is our breakfast, so we get everybody up. Everybody eat breakfast together. Nobody goes into their own little quiet area and eat breakfast. No, they all are right there in the dining room eating breakfast together. Now, understand this. When I teach you this, there's always compensating factors. Something go wrong. Somebody's not feeling well. Somebody's got they bedridden for 4 or 5 days, and of course they can't eat breakfast with you. That's all right. That's cool. But typically, everybody comes together and eat breakfast. Why do we have everybody eat dinner, breakfast, and lunch together? Because isolation is the first issue that the elderly have when they start getting depressed. So we don't let folks go in a corner by themselves and be isolated. We encourage everybody to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. So 8 a.m. is our house routine. Everybody gets up, eat breakfast. And after that, between 8 and noon is when literally they have some daily activities. Our state requires to have 2 hours of daily activities every day. So we break them up. So between 8 and noon, we got a little time in between there after breakfast. Breakfast is usually over 9:30. They start cleaning up. We do a little small routines. If we got our morning exercise for the day, we'll do our morning exercise. So you do that. You do little things like that. Some of the residents may be leaving the facility, going on doctor's appointments, going on daycare activities, or a daycare place somewhere else, whatever the case may be. 8 to noon is when we start to have more activities. Also, we only allow people to come visit around about 10 o'clock. We don't want anybody visiting doing breakfast, no doctor's appointments, no nurses coming in. No, because we got to feed them first. So you get to control that in your house, okay? And then at noontime is lunch. Now, here's what we do. Lunch meal is heavier like dinner. See, the lunchtime meal is sort of like the dinner meal. Here's why. Because at dinner, 5 o'clock, we have a meal that's more like lunch. Because the digestive system on the elderly people slows down tremendously, and it's easier to digest their lunch, the heavier meal at lunchtime throughout the day than wait till 5 o'clock for actual dinner, and then now they go into bed at 7 o'clock, and now you got some issues because they haven't digested their food yet. That's just how we do ours. So at 12, lunchtime, the lunch meal is heavier like it's a dinner meal. That's how we do ours. And then there are snacks in between. They got to have their snacks, 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. So there are snacks in between the two meals, right? And then at 5 o'clock is our dinner time. Dinner meal is lighter like a lunch. Remember, 12 o'clock is a little bit heavier like it's dinner. 5 o'clock is lighter like it's lunch. Y'all see how we do that? Okay. Now, of course, you got to have a dietitian, and you got to have a menu, and you got to have your dietitian sign the menu, and we have all of that. So yes, you got to have that. And you'll get more of that information when we get to the food area. But that's just part of what you have to have. So that's our routine. 8 o'clock breakfast, 12 o'clock lunch that looks like dinner, and 5 o'clock dinner that looks like lunch. And then there's snacks in between. They get 2 snacks a day. And then 7 p.m., most residents in our facility are asleep. That's just how it is. For some reason, elderly people, they don't stay up late. Around about 7 p.m., most residents, almost all the residents in our facility are asleep. They're out. They're done for the night. It's about 7 p.m. And of course, we have showers. You remember, you have to control your schedule, control your house. So we have showers, when we have them, what time we have them. When we have a schedule on who gets how many showers, 3 showers a day. 3 showers a week. Who gets them, when they get them. We don't shower everybody at the same time. So you got to create yourself a little shower schedule. Understand what I'm saying? And elderly don't like water running down, beating down on them. So oftentimes you got to do the sponge shower. You put them in the shower, but you have to do the sponge shower because their skin is kind of challenged sometimes. And so, but that's got to be done on a regular basis, and you need a schedule for that. Daily activities have to be done 2 hours a day in the state of Florida. So we coordinate it. It don't have to be all at one time. You could break it up, 30 minutes here, 45 minutes here, an hour here, and you can coordinate different types of activities that you can conduct. Most of the time for the elderly, there's going to be some board games. They don't move a lot. Exercise is going to be real simple mobility stuff. They may do some, I got a big old pool at Harmony Homes, but the elderly never gets in it. Nobody will ever get in it because as they get older, their skin gets more challenged. They're afraid of water. Even if they were swimmers when they was younger, nobody has ever gotten in our pool, but they like to go outside and sit around it. So our activities could be movies. It could be actually game day. It could be, somebody coming in doing crafts. It's a ton of things you can do for activities. I'm truly not going to try to go through all that with you. You can Google that. You can Google your activities, and then you'll see all kind of activities for you to use and help your elderly have their activities. And then last but not least, exercise. You got to be very careful in the exercising because of their mobility or their lack of, and their real fragile bones and stuff. So it got to be real light, real moderate, not nothing major. It's not required by our state in Florida that they have this exercise so many times a day, but we offer it. And then if they want to come out in a common area and do a little exercise, there's a lot of fun things you can do for exercise. Like we have this really light ball that they bounce, that they hit around, and that's upward mobility. They just hitting the ball over here, hitting the ball over there, and they do an upward mobility, and that's a little exercise. Those who are in a wheelchair, we do a little turning so they can use their upper body strength. There's a lot of things, again, you can Google that. There's a lot of things that you can use and you can do to give them exercise while they're in your facility. So your house routine has to be decided by you. You have to decide what time is breakfast, what time is lunch, what time is dinner. Try to stick to it. Try to keep a regular routine. Try to keep it, maintain the same on a regular basis because they like consistency. They don't like necessary change, and that works for us. Anyway, that's it. That was easy. House routine. You set it up. You coordinate it. You know your flow, and then that'll be done deal. And then you teach your staff. This is the house routine. Again, now your busiest time is going to be is in the morning because you're waking everybody up. Got to get them ready. Got to get them dressed. Nighttime is much more easy to put in the bed than it is to get them all up. All right. So know your house routine. Set your house routine. This is just a little bit of the course I wanted to share with you because it's the operations section, day-to-day activity, house routine. God bless you. See you in the next course.